जय शिशि गुरु गौरांग गंधर्व गिरिधारी राध ललित माधव जो की जय राधा रमन बिहारी राधा बिहारी राधा नैन बिहारी जो की जय श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जो की जय राधा दामोदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा गोकुल नंद राधा रमन जो की जय कृष्ण बलराम महाराज की जय इंद्र कृष्ण विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र सत्य श्रीमद भक्तिवेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय विष्णुपाद परिव्राज कचर्य स्तोत्र सत्य श्रीमद भक्तिवेदांत मधुसूदन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय पृष्ठ विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र सत्य श्रीमद भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय पृष्ठ विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र सत्य श्रीमद भक्ति जीवन जनार्दन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय पृष्ठ विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र सत्य श्रीमद भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय श्रीमद भक्ति वेदांत त्रिविक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज की जय पृष्ठ विष्णुपाद श्रीमद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज की जय पृष्ठ विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र सत्य श्रीमद गौर गोविंद महाराज की जय पृष्ठ विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र सत्य श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की जय परम भागवत शिल गुरु किशोर दास जी महाराज की जय सप्तम गोस्वामी सच्चिदानंद शिल भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय वैष्णव सर्वभौम शिल जगन्नाथ दास जी महाराज की जय श्री गौरी दंताचार्य शिल बलदेवी देवभूषण प्रभु की जय शिल विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती पाद की जय शिल नरोत्तम श्रीनिवास श्यामानंद प्रभु त्राय की जय शिल कृष्णदास राज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय स्वरूप दामोदर राय रमानंद ऋषि गौर परिषद वृंद की जय नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय नवदीप मंदो की जय व्रज मंदो की जय क्षेत्र मंदो की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय समग्र गौर भक्त वृंद की जय Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Om. So now we mentioned all the gurus of our line, Guru Parampara, from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the present day. And now some introductory mantras. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sahadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayaniti Namine Devam Narayanam Vande Vrindavana Nivasinam Ananta Guna Bhushita Kotivatsalya Rupinam Gaura Kripa Vigrahaya Gaurangasya Priyatmane Tam Rupam Satatam Vande Madjivanasya Jivanam Virahena Sadaya Chetava Pada Padmeshame Ashraya Charane Dehi Gurudevi Kripamem Radha Pakshapatitvena Krishna Pakshaparajita Atyallasa Harshananda Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Acharya Simharupine Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyana Keshavaiti Namine Atimartya Charitraya Swashritanancha Paline Jiva Duke Sadartaya Shri Nama Premadayane Radhe Radhe Timukabje Yasya Spuratya Bhikshnam Radhe Priya Swarupa Shri Jivana Janardanam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurya Jvala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddhapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kisharaya Sakshadvairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambudhi Padambujayate Nama Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannatayate Namaha Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jayatam Suratopango Mama Manda Matergati Matsarvasva Padambojo Radha Madana Mohan Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumado Srimat Ratnagara Simhasanasto Shishi Radha Shila Govinda Devo Prishtali Bi Sevyamana Smarami Shriman Rasa Rasarambi Vamshi Bhata Tatastitaha Karshan Venur Suner Gopir Gopinata Shriyestuna Vrindaye Tulasi Devi Priyaye Keshavasya Cham Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatyaya Namo Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrindam. Alle zusammen. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Gaur Premanande Hare. Comparison to see which chair is more convenient. Maybe this one is more convenient for you to sit. Choose, yeah? Because that one's on wheels. It's moving. Okay, so see. Um, can you play cartels? You want? Okay. I can give you big ones. Yeah, the big ones, and she also can play cartels. So these, когда я начну пранама произносить, знаешь, перед самой лекцией. So these instruments are actually from spiritual world. They are in spiritual world. And gopis, remember gopis, the consorts of Krishna, they play mridangas and kartals. So especially in the Sankirtana, in the chanting of the holy names in Mahaprabhu's abode, also these instruments are used. So when Mahaprabhu comes to this world, they're also used. Эти инструменты в духовном мире, да, гопи играют на мридангах и караталах, и, конечно, спутники Махапрабху тоже играют на них, поэтому они пришли оттуда. So we'll chant a little bit together. Remember first the leader and then the choir, and then we'll hear one very special lila. You know, today is public holiday, so people spend time with their families. So new friends probably will not come, so there'll be also a very intimate meeting, so we can go deeper and hear more from Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So now follow the melody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Zusammen. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora, Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि वो श्री हरि नाम से निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि वो अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जना शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानं पवनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। आनन्दलीलमय विग्रहाय मबदिवच विसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेमरसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। अजनुलम्बितभुजौ कनकवदातौ सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ जुगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ। कनकजलादगत्रौ नीलशोणब्जनेत्रौ मृगमदवरबालो मालतीकुन्दमालो तरलतरुनवेशो नीलपीतम्बरेशो स्मरनिभृतनिकुञ्जे राधिका कृष्णचन्द्र। तवैव अस्मि न जीवमि त्वया विना iti vigyayaradi tvam nemam charanantike. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. First of all, my unlimited dandavata pranams to the lotus feet. Prem Prabhu, Prabhu, can you please put this on me if possible? Because he went away with the capricious kids, so... First of all, my unlimited dandavata pranams to the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta, Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sata Shishimad, Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Shiksha Gurudevas, Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sata Shishimad, Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj, Shrimati Krishna Priyata Kurani, all the Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis here in Steinheim, and all the dear devotees who are hearing us online. Дорогие преданные, всем дандавата пранамы. Вот ты по-английски понимаешь, правильно? Хорошо. Поэтому мы просим прощения, но сегодня у нас один язык английский, наверное, но что-то будем говорить по-русски, потому что все наши новые друзья сегодня День Отца в Германии, все празднуют, и 3 дня выходные, поэтому они предпочли оставаться дома. So, we heard about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We heard about the reasons of his appearance yesterday. We heard about his instructions in the form of Shikshashtaka. Yeah, Vanessa knows, she has the book. So Sri Chaitanya Prabhu was not writing anything, but he uttered those 8 prayers in the glories of Sri Harinama Sankirtana, the holy name of the Lord. But today we will hear one pastime in which the great power of the holy name of the Lord is just praised to the utmost. We will see today, hearing and seeing, seeing by hearing. We will see today the great, great power of the holy name, what the holy name can do to a person. So, before this class, Krishna Chandra asked me, Maharaj, since we started the practice, Krishna and me, he said, we don't feel much attraction towards material things, towards bodily conception, because when you live material life, then inevitably you are so much attracted to the bodily consciousness and to the mental conceptions towards the bodies, mostly bodies and the mental conceptions. So we live in those conceptions about body and mind. Yeah? We can see so many ways of sense enjoyment people are dived into. So when the day is hot, they want ice cream, so they think my soul wants ice cream, we were discussing, but actually that's my senses, my tongue, and my mind. But when you start bhakti yoga, when you start chanting, this chanting will bring you to another platform. So you will start thinking, deliberating, inevitably from the point of view of the soul, more and more and more and more. So after a few years of practice, like in the case of Krishna Chandra, he asked, Maharaj, why is that? The mind cannot understand. But that's very, very natural, because I said, listen, when you've entered some high-speed jet or a rocket or whatever, even a train, 200 kilometers an hour, then very, very soon you're out of the place you were, out of the association with the people you were enjoying together, and also you notice that very, very soon your consciousness will be totally, totally different. So So that's why так, вы решите, может, этот товарищ с кем-то будет на квартире? Все-таки лучше. Да, да. Да, то есть в следующий раз и сразу выход, хорошо, потому что я не могу так. Понятно, да? Вот. So today we'll hear about the wonderful power of the holy name. Значит, кто-то из вас должен пожертвовать сегодня лекцией. Я только что говорил про твой вопрос. Да? Сегодня Кришна Чандра спросил, как это так, что спустя какое-то время практики отвязываешься от материальных представлений, отвязываешься от привязанности к телу, привязанности к уму, естественным образом. По той простой причине, что ты переходишь на уровень души, и ты оцениваешь все с точки зрения души. И это равноценно тому, как ты сел в ракету, очень-очень быструю ракету, и ты летишь очень высоко, и очень быстро оставляешь то место, где ты был, и тот круг людей, с которыми ты общался. So, сегодня мы услышим о великой славе святого имени. So we'll hear the story of Jagai and Madhai. For Vanessa, that will be new. А для нас послушать еще раз, это очень-очень важно. Мы будем слушать очень подробно. We'll hear in great detail. It's a great, great lila. And actually, there are 2 more chapters in Chaitanya Bhagavat of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, the biographer of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which tell about the aftermath of the story. Рассказывается в этих главах о том, что было дальше, после того, как Jagai и Madhai получили освобождение. So, this is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in 5 features. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu в 5 ипостасях. That is called Pancha Tattva. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his 4 main associates. So this is Nityananda in blue. This is Gadadhara. This is Advaita and Srivas. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Nityananda is the first expansion of Krishna. His name is actually Balaram. You can see here, Balaram is number 1. So Balaram is same as Krishna, but his bodily hue is white. And Krishna has flute in his hands, but Balaram has a bugle, horn. And also, Balaram is intoxicated all the time. He's like drunk. Why? Because of love for Krishna. So his bugle is full of varuni, very special, intoxicating beverage. So he's always drinking. Balaram постоянно пьет варуни. And in Vrindavan we live in Krishna Balaram Mandir. Krishna and Balaram. See, this is Krishna and this is Balaram. And once a year, on the day of appearance of Balaram, Balaram has his bugle in hand in Krishna Balaram. And it's full of varuni, full of great beverage. So his eyes are always rolling, and his gait is unclear. He's like, like this. And his eyes are red and rolling, and is rolling on the dust of Vraj. But he comes as Nityananda in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda. And you must have noticed, Vanessa, we sing Nitai Gaura Haribol. Yes, Haribol means praise the name of Hari. And Nitai is the short for Nityananda. Nitya means eternal, and Ananda means bliss. Nityananda, вечное блаженство. So, Nityananda is always immersed in bliss, and since he's Balaram, he's always intoxicated as well. And his eyes are also rolling, and his eyes are also red, and he's also rolling on the ground. and is golden. Nityananda, Balaram is white, but Nityananda is, and Nityananda is golden. So when he rolls on the ground, he is like golden mountain rolling in dust because of ecstasy. Because of это оставь, воздух должен. So great ecstasy, and he walks everywhere, and he begs everyone, oh, please chant the name of Hari, Hari Bol, please chant the name of Hari. Please chant the name of my master, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you chant the name of my master, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will be yours. I will be truly belonging to you. So he's praying everyone. Please do, please. He's knocking every door, So when you see the deity of Lord Chaitanya, his hand is like this. And the left hand, so he receives the energy of devotion, and with the left hand he's giving that. Or sometimes he shows like this. So here he shows like this, his hand. And Nityananda Prabhu's both red hands, their hands are red. They're like this, both of their hands. Nityananda's hands are both like this. Why? Because he's most merciful. And if we hear about Krishna, if we come to know about Krishna, if we start to chant Krishna's name, that is very special mercy of Nityananda. Why? Because his both hands are down. No other meaning of his posture. He just gives, only gives. Even if you are not worthy, if you are not qualified, still gives. People come from mundane life. People come from total inebriety, intoxication. Люди приходят из материальной жизни охмеленные, полностью сбитые с толку. Ничего не могут. Nityananda Prabhu says, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, even Gauranga, he gives you a pot of nectar, but you have to hold with your hands and then drink. But Nityananda, seeing that the jivas, right, the living entities cannot hold anything, cannot hold the pot of nectar. I cannot hold anything. Just open your mouth. He pours the nectar into your mouth. So like this. So people can be very fallen. We were speaking about the condition in the West. When you arrive from India especially, great contrast. То есть Нитянанда пройдет особую милость. Здесь на Западе очень падшие люди, особенно когда прилетаешь из Индии, ты видишь. Sin is a norm of life, Eating meat is very good. Drinking beer is very good. Cigarettes, good. Even drugs are being legalized slowly, like this. So prostitution and anything is very good, very nice. So people go mad. Certainly there are more intellectual people who study things, who do arts, who do philosophy, like this. That's another level. But still they're within the mental plane. They don't go beyond. But Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful, so merciful. He comes to everyone. He says, oh, please, sir. A person can be full, number one. But Nityananda is saying, oh, sir, you're so qualified. You're so exalted. You're actually a great personality. I'm begging you, please, chant the name of Lord Hari. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Some people can go to hell, like this. What are you telling me? No, please, still. Yeah. I don't want your Hari Krishna. Same person saying, oh yes, Hari Bol. He said Hari Krishna one time. It's victory. Like when, Swami Prabhupada, the first preacher, he was preaching in the West, in the hippie world, many cities. And there was great publicity in the main newspapers, Hare Krishna, everybody was saying. So some articles were very bad, oh, this is the cult and blah, blah, this is a challenge to our culture, and what are they doing like this? And another article is, oh, quite lenient, oh, Hare Krishna is like this. Oh, this is Indian tradition, and very interesting, like this. So once the devotees brought to Prabhupada Swami Maharaj 2 articles. One of them was very blasphemous, Hare Krishnas make no sense, the challenge to our society, our culture, and this, but always Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, all the way. And the other article was quite positive. Hare Krishna is, but this is Hinduism, this is Indian culture, like this, So Prabhupada asked, so they asked, Prabhupada, which of the articles is better? He said, where do they say Hare Krishna more? In this blasphemous one. Oh, that is better. That is better. Das ist besser. Yes. Always Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So no matter, even the mood, but if you say the holy name, that is very good. Sanketyam parihasyam stobam helanam eva vaikunthanam agrahanam evashish. So even if you say Hare Krishna, in these 4 ways, meaning something else. For example, Indians, they call their shops Krishna Sweets, Radhika Travels. People don't think about it. 4 способами, если ты произнесешь святое имя, имея в виду что-то другое, в шутку, как театральное представление или, как называется, neglectfully, господи, безразлично или с неприязнью, с неприязнью, тогда все равно очень хорошо. Поэтому Прабхупаде, у него спросили, которая из 2 статей лучше? Он сказал, где больше Харе Кришна говорят? Вот в этой, где ругают Харе Кришна. Вот она лучше. Вот так. Поэтому even when you blaspheming, neglectfully say, again, does Hare Krishna, what does Hare Krishna like this? Very good, very good. Because asheshaga haram vidu means unlimited sins are eradicated. Yes. But when Nityananda Prabhu was approaching the door, oh, that was great. They were speaking. Yes. So see, this is Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda. This is Advaita. Advaita is the incarnation of Mahavishnu. This is Mahavishnu. He's creating the material universes. They're coming from the pores of his body, like little bubbles. But he came as Advaita Acharya in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Lila. Lila means pastimes. So he was senior. Here he's depicted with a beard, although in the eternal world he has no beard. Advaita Acharya старший. И в духовном мире у него на самом деле нет бороды, но здесь он с бородой. So he was calling for the Supreme Lord to come, descend, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended. Then after Gadadhara, this is Radhika herself. And the vice versa. Thank you. Okay, and this is Shrivas. Shrivas is Narada Muni, great sage, personification of devotion, and he's always chanting the holy name. So these are great devotees. We will hear today about them, especially Nityananda. But last time when I was here, in the last class in January, we were speaking about Haridas Thakur. You remember? So today we'll hear also about him. There's one more saint whose name is Haridas Thakur.
His disappearance was, we're speaking, his disappearance.
Oh, really? Was his disappearance? Thank you so much. Yeah, when I was in January. So we were speaking and some relatives came, friends came, so I was speaking with Haridas Thakur. So today we'll hear about Nityananda and Haridas. So Haridas was actually born in Muslim family, but he was a saint in amongst the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So although he was Muslim by birth, he was very devoted to the name of Krishna. And even when the Muslim ruler wanted to chastise Haridas, to punish him, he told the soldiers to beat him severely in 22 marketplaces. After 1 or 2 marketplaces, the person was dead, normally. But Haridas was not dead. He was immersed in the holy name, and even his torturers were praying to him, "Oh Haridas, please die. because otherwise the ruler will punish us. Then Haridas said, oh, I'm so much trouble for you. Okay, I will die. But he went into trance, He was just disconnected from material world. And then Muslims said, oh, if we bury him, that is against the Quran because he's not faithful. So we'll just throw his body into the Ganga. So they threw his body into the Ganga. Very good. Ganga was very happy. The transcendental Haridas, like his body, actually he was still in the body, but he was just unconscious in the ecstasy, he was in trance. So Ganga was very happily carrying his body. And then all of a sudden, he reached the shore, spontaneously stood up and went again, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So before he was punished, he said, Khanda Khanda Hede Yaderi Pran, Kabuyami Vadanena Chari Harinam. Let my body be pierced and cut into thousands of pieces. I will, and let my life hair amalgamate with the sum total of life hair. I will never give up the holy name. I will never give up the holy name, like this. So that is the dedication. So he was called Nama Acharya, or the master of the holy name. The master showing the process of the chanting of the holy name. That name was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to him. Вот, это история вкратце о Харидасе. Ты ее слышал. So then, later, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started the movement of Sankirtana. Yeah, we spoke the very first evening. First he was a scholar, right? Then he met his guru in Gaya. When he met his guru, then he became mad after Krishna. So he manifested the great ecstasy of devotion for the purpose of his arrival in this role of instructing about the glories of the holy name. So he was not the same as before. And one day, unexpectedly, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the order to Nityananda and Haridas. He said, Shuna Shuna Nityananda, Shuna Haridas, Sarvatra Amara Agya Karaha Prakash, Prati Ghare Ghare Gya Karai Bhiksha, Bolo Krishna Bhaja Krishna Kara Krishna Shiksha, Iha Baya Arna Baliba Balaiba, Dina Avasane Asi Amare Kahibo. Yeah. Listen, Nityananda, listen, Haridas, make my command known everywhere. Go from house to house and beg from all the residents, please, Bolo Krishna, chant the holy name of Krishna. Ходи от двери к двери, ты все еще спишь? Ходи от двери к двери и проси каждого. Bolo Krishna, воспевайте имя Кришны. Bhaja Krishna, so worship Krishna, and Kora Krishna Shiksha. Fulfill the instructions of Krishna. Выполняй наставления Krishna. So, do not speak or cause anyone to speak any other than this. So, that was the instruction of Mahaprabhu. And then Nityananda and Haridas started knocking doors and asking everyone to chant. So, hearing this order, Nityananda and Haridas walked into the streets. So they were saying, no, Krishna is your life, Krishna is your wealth, Krishna is your everything, please chant Hare Krishna. Они ходили повсюду и просили всех, пожалуйста, воспевайте Кришну, воспевайте Кришну. So, yes?
Special news here that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Haridas Thakur can go with Nityananda Prabhu to make the service.
Yeah. Yeah. So they were dressed as sannyasis. They were dressed in like saffron. And they went house to house and they were requesting everyone. Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Kara Krishna, Shiksha, Bolo Krishna. Speak Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, worship Krishna, and Kara Krishna, Shiksha means follow Krishna's instructions. And some people were faithful, they were saying, I'll do it. And someone saying, what? Kill them. They were trying to chase them like this. And So they're both thieves. They're going actually to steal from us, you know. And those two beggars are stealing our chastity, you know, by making us chant some names. So Nityananda and Haridas were going away and just laughing. So they were not afraid by the power of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Swami Prabhupada came to the West, he also made his devotees go and distribute the power of the holy name. So they were going to the street and they were chanting all day. And then the books came up and they were carrying the books. And then the highest books of Vedic literature, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, everybody could purchase in any airport, in any corner of the street. So that was amazing. So they were going house to house, but once they saw two very terrible drunkards. Those drunkards were brothers, and they were addicted to all kinds of sins, actually. There were no sins they hadn't committed. Однажды они увидели двух братьев, которые были пьяны настолько, что полностью позабыли себя. Они были настолько привержены к греху, что они не гнушались никаким преступлением. So they were robbers, they were killers, they were rapers, they were meat eaters, you know, they were killing cows and eating their meat, doing anything. And their names were Jagai and Madhai. Jagai and Madhai, that's what I asked you before. Do you know Jagai and Madhai? This is a very famous pastime, very famous lila. Actually, their names before were Jagadananda and Madhavananda. So they were from Brahmana families, from high Brahmana, you know, the highest order of society, like a priest. So they were first members of Vedic principles, Vedic culture, but then they lost everything by being addicted to sins, by bad association. All time they were spending with other drunkards, and they were making their living by robbery and so many other sins. So there were no sins they hadn't committed. But, there's one strong but. So они совершили все виды грехов, но очень сильное но, они никогда не оскорбляли ни одного вайшнава, чистого преданного. They had never committed any offense against a Vaishnava, against a pure devotee of the Lord. Anyone, any devotee. So that is great advantage they were having. That's why they were just sinners, but not offenders of Vaishnavas. So here Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying, even sannyasis, people in highest spiritual order, who make offense of Vaishnavas, they are lower than Jagai and Madhai. They're lower than Jagai and Madhai. Шрила Вриндаван Дас Тхакур здесь пишет, что даже те саньяси, которые, несмотря на то, что они как бы всему следуют, там, вегетарианцы и так далее, не грешат и так далее, если они оскорбляют вайшнавов, они ниже, чем Jagai and Madhai. Вот так. So, once they were caught by the police constable, local police, and the police told them, you have to go to King's Court. But somehow or other, they didn't listen to the police. They didn't go to court. I don't know why, but the police couldn't catch them because everybody was afraid of them, you know. They were like mafia, you know, even more dangerous than the police. So although the police told them, go to the King's Court, they never cared. And everybody was afraid of them. They were killing cows. They were making dishes, you know, from beef on fire and eating that. And they were always drinking wine. The place they were staying was full of clay pots filled with wine, etc. And they were robbing the passers-by. So they were rolling around on the ground. Sometimes they were embracing and kissing each other. Sometimes they were beating each other. I love you, I'll kill you. Like this. Я тебя люблю, я тебя убью. So they were like this, very funny and simultaneously fearful personalities. So then, Lord Nityananda asked some people, who are these men? Why do they act like this? And the people replied, those are the two brahmanas, but the glorious mother and father were born in exalted families, but then, actually, for generation after generation, there was not even half a sesame seed worth of fault in the family staying in Nadia. То есть, когда Нитьянанда спросил, кто они такие, почему так себя ведут, люди ответили, они из семейства брахманов. И в их семье все были настолько преданы Кришне, что у них даже не было ни семени греха. Никакого даже сезамового семечка греха не было. So, but now they have forgotten righteousness because of bad association. So, there's one verse which says that it's better to enter tiger's cave and better to be burnt in fire than to take bad association. Because, you know, if you're eaten by a tiger, if you're burned by fire, then you lose one life. What to do? That's your karma. But if you take bad association, by the influence of bad association, you can lose many lifetimes. Because bad association means what? Eating together, sleeping together, talking together. Включи свет. And many things doing together, and the consciousness, you know, becomes affected by the conceptions, different conceptions. Хорошо. So you become like those person. You know? So подобное притягивает подобное. Similar attracts similar. So that's why. And now they were associating with drunkards all the time and all kinds of sinful men. And that was in the Bengal of like 500 years ago, when there was some sin, but not to that extent. And that type of lifestyle was also quite non-typical. They were like extreme example. So Nityananda was looking at them and thinking, oh, if I manage to give my Prabhu's, means my Lord's mercy, to these two, then his glory will be spread everywhere, really. I have to give the holy name to these two. Nityananda decided. So, I believe that they will be wrapped in devotional rapture when they chant the names of Hari. Oh, Hari Bol, like this. I believe, oh my Lord, I believe. If they chant Hari Bol, and weep, then my travels in this world will be successful. So Lord Nityananda thought like this and said to Haridas, and he said, oh, look, Haridas, how these two were misled. They were born in Brahmana family and they act very badly. They will not escape Yamaraja's abode. As Nityananda was speaking to Haridas. So then, if Lord Chaitanya delivers these two people, then the whole world will see his great power and glory. Yeah? So, but Haridas looked at them and he saw, oh, these two are already saved. He understood, these two are already saved. By the power of Nityananda, the glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come to them. So, Haridas was thinking that was not a good idea for some moment, but then he thought, okay, this is the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So they agreed to approach those two, and Nityananda and Haridas happily approached the two sinners, coming close, so the sinners could hear. They loudly repeated the Lord's order. Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha. Now, oh, dear gentlemen, please chant the name of Krishna, worship Krishna, and act according to Krishna's order. Krishna is Yama, Krishna Pita, Krishna Mata, Krishna Dana Pran. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dana Pran. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, Krishna is the treasure of your life. So Krishna has come to save you. So hearing those words, the two sinners lifted their heads and looked, and their eyes were red with anger. So they lifted their heads since they were intoxicated, so they were like mad. So lifting their heads and seeing the two sannyasis, the two sinners cried out, "Catch them! Catch them!" They wanted to catch Nityananda and Haridas. So Nityananda and Haridas had to save their life by running away that day. And Nityananda, you know, Nityananda and Gauranga, Sri Chaitanya, were very tall, 8 feet, like 2.5 meters, golden, very strong, very strong. And Haridas was older, you know. And Haridas was trying to keep up Nityananda's speed, and he was thinking on the run, he was thinking, oh, now it's my bad fortune. I got together with that avadut, you know, avadut is a person without rules and regulations. Because Nityananda is very spontaneous, you know. Being intoxicated all the time, while seeing the wine shop, he was approaching the drunkards, you know, bring me wine, like this, bring me wine. That wine is the intoxicating beverage of prema, you know, and they were calling him, come, come, come. Nityananda is completely unpredictable, you know. Sometimes he was coming to the house of Sri Chaitanya completely naked, and all of his clothes he was making as a turban around his head like this. Then Gauranga was covering him with some chadar, you know, some quilt, sitting him down, calm down, okay. So, and he was like a spontaneous child. He was playing with children like this. He was completely unpredictable. And he wanted to liberate these two. So Haridas was thinking, oh my God, my life is unfortunate now. I met this avadut, this unpredictable, unreliable personality. Значит, они стали убегать. И Нитьянанда бежал очень быстро, потому что он очень мощный. А Харидас бежал за ним, и Харидас немножко старенький был. И он проклинал судьбу. Ну вот, связался с этим авадутом, связался с этим человеком без правил и предписаний. Теперь горе мне, что же мне теперь делать? So, the people were seeing that Nityananda and Haridas are fleeing from the two drunkards. And, oh, Krishna, protect them. Rakha Krishna, protect them. The brahmanas. And so Lord Nityananda said, if we live through this, we will be good Vaishnavas. Indeed, Nityananda. Если мы выживем, сказал Нитянанда, тогда мы действительно окажемся хорошими вайшнавами. А люди думали, о, спаси его, Кришна, спаси, когда смотрели им вслед, убегающим. So Haridas said, oh my Lord, what to talk, you know? Our ideas are running to our death. Мы чуть-чуть жизнью не поплатились из-за своих гуманистических идей. Эти двое нас чуть не убили. So Nityananda was laughing on the run, you know. And the thieves, they were shouting insults, you know, kill them, chase them, those rascals. So brothers, why are you running? Stop! Like this. Why you flee from Jagai and Madhai? You will not flee from Jagai and Madhai today. О, братья, остановитесь. Почему вы пытаетесь убежать от Джагая и Мадая сегодня? Вам это не удастся. You don't understand the true nature of Jagai and Madhai. That was wrong. Nityananda and Haridas could understand the real nature of Jagai and Madhai, and we will hear later how it was. So hearing these words, the two devotees continued to run in fear. Krishna, save us, oh Govinda, Govinda. So, and they were quarreling on the way, you know, you're a troublemaker. Haridas said to Nityananda, and Nityananda answered, I'm not a troublemaker at all. Look inside your heart. Your master, he is the troublemaker, means Шри Чайтанья Махапрабху. He is the troublemaker. Они ссорились по дороге, Нитьянанда. То есть Харидас сказал Нитьянанде, это ты во всем виноват, ты устроил эту, как это называется? Да, то есть из тебя мы попали в эту переделку, а Нитьянанда сказал, нет, смотри, переделочник, наш Господь, он Прабху, он нас в эту переделку засунул. Вот, поэтому если мы не последуем его наставлению, тогда все будет потеряно, поэтому мы правильно поступаем. So Nityananda won this quarrel, I have to say, this argument, and he said that we're actually acting good and we're just glorifying our master. If we fulfill our mission, then our master's mission will be successful, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then they lost trace of Nityananda and Haridas and had to stop. The two drunkards stopped. So then they started fighting. It's your fault. No, it's your fault. They ran away from me, from us. That is your fault. No, that is your fault. So, wow, where are they now? Okay, we couldn't see. And finally, Nityananda and Haridas embraced each other. Oh, thanks, Gauranga. Today we escaped the great danger. So then they went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they said, oh, today we saw two odd people. They used to be brahmanas, but now they're great drunkards, and we almost gave our lives, you know. So who are those two? Mahaprabhu asked. If they're brahmanas, they act like this. Then the devotees told Mahaprabhu about all Nadia is afraid of them. Почему они так себя ведут, если они брахманы? Махапрабху спросил, а преданные объяснили, что они были брахманами раньше, но потом такое с ними случилось, и сейчас вся Надия боится их. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I know those two. So, if these two sinners come before me, I will cut them into pieces. I cut them into pieces, Mahaprabhu started. Because, you know, Mahaprabhu is ready to give love for everyone. He is ready to give the holy name to everyone. But Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya, cannot tolerate one thing. If somebody blasphemes his devotee, somebody blasphemes. So they were blaspheming verbally. Say, hey, you, who are you? You know, like, we'll beat you, we'll kill you, like this. Mahaprabhu, if you carry them, if you bring them to me, I'll kill them. Because Sri Chaitanya, you know, as every incarnation of the Lord, he has the great weapon, Sudarshana Chakra. Sudarshana Chakra is the disc. So with the disc, he can sever heads of all miscreants. So those two were acting as miscreants. Actually, to tell you the truth, they're eternal devotees of the Lord. We'll tell their story a bit later. But they were acting as demons. So then Nityananda said, no, if you break those two sinners into pieces, I will not stay here. Why are you angry with them? Let's make them chant Govinda, you see? So Gauranga Mahaprabhu even was not ready to give them mercy, but Nityananda Prabhu, no. Gauranga said, I will break them to pieces, but Nityananda Prabhu said, if you're going to break them to pieces, I will not stay here, I will go, like this. So I will make them chant Krishna's name. They're miscreants, they are most fallen of the people, but I will make them chant the holy name. So if we deliver them and give them devotional service, then we will be known as Patita Pavana, really, the savior of the fallen, saviors of the fallen. Если мы избавим их, сказал Господь Нитьянанда, тогда мы действительно будем известны как Патита Павана, те, кто спасают самых падших. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "O Nityananda, the moment you said that, they were really delivered." So the Lord, if He wants to do something, that's already done. Ну, Нитьянанда сказал, мы действительно спасем их, и тогда будем известны как Патита Павана. Гауранга Шри Чайтанья Махапрабху сказал, ты сказал это, ты уже сделал. Поэтому в тот момент, когда ты сказал, ты это уже совершил. So then Advaita Acharya started speaking. Advaita Acharya, he's a senior Vaishnava. So he started joking about Nityananda. Advaita sometimes jokes about Nityananda. So he said that, he said to Haridas, this Nityananda is a great drunkard because he's mad with prema. So 3 drunkards should stay together, Stay together. And you, he said to Haridas, you're Naishtika Brahmachari. Naishtika Brahmachari means you've maintained celibacy all of your life. So from the birth you're celibate, so no need for you to associate. It's a joke, understand? So Nityananda is like a drunkard, because he's always intoxicated, mad with prema, and anyways, like, because he's always mad with love. With Mahaprabhu is like drunk, and these two, Jagai and Madhai, also drunkards. So they 3 should stay together, Birds of one feather flock together. So, but you, Haridas, it's not for you, the association. You stay away, because you're Naishtika Brahmachari. This Mahaprabhu, простите, this is Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya сказал, вот это тот пьяница, да, Нитьянанда. Вот. И поэтому пускай он общается с 2 пьяницами, то есть подобное притягивает подобное. Птицы одного полета держатся вместе. Вот. А ты, сказал он, Харидасу Такуру, Наштика Брахмачари, всю жизнь ты держал целибат, поэтому не твое дело общаться с ними, пускай они там вместе, будут вместе. So actually, the truth is that they're both mad with prema, mad with divine love, actually. And Mahaprabhu saw them like this, Nityananda saw them like this, and Haridas also, and Advaita Acharya, everybody saw them like this. And the joke was the truth, actually. The 3 of them are filled with prema. And the joke about Haridas was like, oh, you're so pure, so it's not for you like this. You're afraid of them. So. Okay. So Advaita said, Nityananda will change those drunkards. I know him well. You will see. In 2 or 3 days, he will make those drunkards join our community of Vaishnavas. Yeah. So that was the prophecy. Then, on another occasion, those 2 drunkards were somewhere near Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house. Again, they were going here and there, and rolling on the ground, and drinking wine, and beating each other, and embracing, then dancing, singing. In Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house, there were kirtans. There were night kirtans. And mridangas and karatals were playing. So they were hearing those kirtans, the nighttime singing. And the kirtan was going all through the night. And the 2 drunkards were thinking that, Nimai Pandit, as Sri Chaitanya's name was Nimai Pandit. Nimai Pandit is always engaging in singing the glorification of Kali Devi. Kali. Kali is the deity worshipped by materialistic people. And Kali accepts wine, Kali accepts flesh of a goat, Kali accepts like special type of red flowers like this. So they worship Kali, If somebody wants to drink, then you can offer wine to Kali and then drink. It's special procedure. So those 2 were thinking that, Nimai Pandit is with his friends worshipping Kali, but doing that improperly, But anyway, they were Maribo, something. They were dancing, they were appreciating music and chanting. So then, one time, Nityananda was about to come to Sri Chaitanya's house, and Jagai and Madhai were staying there, nearby. And they stopped Lord Nityananda. Who are you? Who are you? Nityananda replied, I'm going to the Lord's house. But bewildered by wine, Jagai and Madhai said, "What's your name?" And Nityananda replied, "Avadut." Avadut means, remember, without rules and regulations. Or also it means immersed in devotional trance. That is Avadut. One can act in a, how to say, very spontaneous way. But they understood. Yes. So they understood. They understood Avadut. And then, well, he was like a child, you know, so he was playfully conversing with the two drunkards. And in his heart, Nityananda thought, I will deliver these two. He was already making his mind. Однажды эти двое, Джагай и Мадхай, были возле дома Шри Чайтаньи Махапрабху, и был ночной киртан, и они там подхлопывали, подыгрывали, так сказать, и говорили, о, Нимай Пандит поет этот киртан, то есть они прославляют Кали, Деви, ну, как-то неправильно, не в должное время, не в должном месте. Ну, хорошо, молодец, Нимай Пандит, они подхлопывали. И вот так. И в то время Нитьянанда проходил мимо, и он сказал, то есть они сказали, кто ты такой, кто ты такой? Я иду в дом Господа. Как тебя зовут? Авадут. Авадут, то есть без правил и предписаний. Then, hearing the word Avadut, Madhai, one of the brothers, picked up an earthen pot and angrily hit the Lord Nityananda on the head. Then blood oozed from the head of Lord Nityananda. Мадхай взял глиняный горшок и разбил его о голову Нитьянанды. Полилась кровь. So when he was hit by the pot, blood flowed from his head. Nityananda meditated, Krishna, Krishna. So seeing the blood on the Lord's head, Jagai felt compassionate. He said, oh, what's the use of you beating the Avadut? You know, he's a foreigner, you know, don't beat him. So he felt compassionate. And Madhai raised his hand to beat the Lord again, and then Jagai stopped him. So, what do you do like this? You're very cruel, you're very merciless, he said to his brother. So, stop, don't again beat Avaduta. So then people frantically ran to see Lord Chaitanya and to tell him about the event. Accompanied by many devotees, Lord Chaitanya arose on that spot. So Мадхай, услышав слово Авадут, разбил кувшин о голову Господа Нитьянанды. Когда он занес руку второй раз, тогда Джагай остановил его. Что тебе проку бить Авадхута? Он иностранец, не трогай его, остановись. Ты слишком жесток, сказал он брату. Тогда люди побежали за Господом Чайтаньей. Когда Господь прибежал туда, the Lord arrived there, immediately started shouting, Chakra, Chakra, Chakra. Means wheel, you know, the highest weapon of the Lord. He raises his wheel on his finger, is ready to sever the heads of the miscreants. So he was calling again and again, and Sudarshana Chakra came at once. Everybody could hear the sound and the fiery disc. Jagai and Madhai saw the disc with their eyes. Чакра появилась на том месте. Шипящим звуком, очень ярко сияющая. Jagai and Madhai своими глазами увидели ее. And the devotees thought a great calamity was about to fall. Lord Nityananda quickly approached and begged, "Oh Lord, Madhai wanted to hit me, but Jagai stopped him. Because of my past karma, some blood has fallen. I'm not unhappy. Lord, please give these two to me." That is Nityananda. And Nityananda comes into our life as Sri Guru. And even if, according to the justice, we have to be punished by Yamaraj, by the Lord of Death, then Lord Nityananda says no. Even he said no to Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya wanted to sever their heads with a disc. He said, no, Lord, please give these two to me. You see? So that's what happens in our lives. Lord Nityananda comes for us. 2 hands down like this. See? Srila Bhakti-Rakshak Goswami Maharaj said, mercy is higher than justice. According to justice, they had to be their heads had to be cut down by the Lord even. Or they had to suffer in hell millions of lifetimes for their sins. That is according to justice. But the mercy is higher than justice. So, милость выше справедливости, сказал Шрила Бхакти Ракшакшидар Госвами Марадж. Поэтому, согласно справедливости, они должны были быть убиты, их головы должны были быть снесены этой чакрой. Но этого не случилось. Даже несмотря на то, что Гауранга Махапрабху этого хотел. На суде Ямараджи, то есть после, согласно суду Ямараджи, они должны были бы отправиться то есть в самые темные районы ада, но этого не случилось, они остались. И обрели милость Господа Нитьянанды. Господь Нитьянанда сказал: отдай этих двух мне. Он сказал в тот момент Господу Чайтанье. So, then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Jagai, because Jagai had stopped Madhai, remember? He stopped him, grabbed him by the hand. He said, Lord Krishna will be merciful to you. By protecting Nityananda, you have purchased me. Gauranga and Nityananda, upstairs you can see, before you go if you want, there are deities, little deities. Gauranga and Nityananda, they have little deities. Эх, вы не пришли божества, нужно было сюда Гауранги и Нитянанды принести. Неважно. So they have, okay? And Gauranga is dearmost to Nityananda, and Nityananda is dearmost to Gauranga. So Gauranga is life and soul for Nityananda, Nityananda is life and soul for Gauranga. Krishna and Balaram, two transcendental, eternal brothers. So Gauranga, Sri Chaitanya, Gauranga means golden complexion, golden limbs. So Sri Chaitanya said that, oh, you protected my Nityananda, that's why Krishna will give mercy to you. At once he saved Jagai. So Jagai got mercy at once, he got prema at once, pure love at once. From 0 point, from being a great sinner, he got Krishna prema. Krishna prema means top level of devotion, top level. Means he realized himself momentarily because the Lord touched him and said, let Krishna prema be with you like this. So by the blessing, it's like this. When Guru comes into our life, that happens also. But since there's difference, when the Lord himself does that, it's one thing. Guru does it, it's a bit different. So we have to perform sadhana, we have to perform spiritual discipline to achieve that. It's within our hands, already within our heart. Tendency is that. That's why we're speaking today, we can make progress very, very quickly. Мы сегодня говорили немножко. То есть Господь Гауранга спас Джагая немедленно. Немедленно Джагай получил прему просто на месте. Потому что Гауранга дал ему благословение. Когда гуру это дает, это немножко другое. То есть мы должны работать, мы должны совершать садхану. Но дело в том, что это уже у нас в сердце очень глубоко. Это уже есть. И от нас просто требуется твердо совершать садхану. Все усилия направить туда. Тогда очень быстро будет прогресс. Потому что это очень-очень недалеко. Это глубокая мысль. So, but Jagai and Madhai are like one soul in two bodies, you know? And when Jagai was liberated, then Madhai was very upset. So he was very surprised why the Lord didn't give him the mercy. Madhai's heart was always also purified at once. Господь дал милость только Джагаю. Мадхай как бы милость не получил, вот. Но так как они были одной душой в двух телах, сердце Мадхая тоже очистилось моментально. Но он все же не недоумевал, почему я не получил милости. So Madhai, neglecting Nityananda, hurriedly approached Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet and said, Lord, Jagai and I both committed the same sins. We're doing everything together. We're like one soul in two bodies. Why did you give your mercy only to him, not to me? Please be merciful to me. I will chant your holy name. Only you and no one else can deliver me. Lord Chaitanya said, I will not protect you because you made blood fall from my Nityananda's head. I will not give you mercy. Вот. Когда Мадхай спросил, почему ты не избавил меня, Господь, не обратившись к Нитянанде, он спросил Господа Гаурангу. Потому что Чайтанья Махапрабху сказал, я не дам тебе милости, потому что из-за тебя кровь моего Нитянанды пролилась. So Madhai said, you cannot say this, Lord, how can you abandon your religious principles, means your principles, means you save all sinners. Why did you give your feet only to the demons who wounded you with arrows? Yeah? So in many incarnations, the Lord was fighting the demons. Krishna was also fighting in the battle of Kurukshetra. Ramachandra was fighting. And the demons were piercing Krishna's body. Not only Bhishma, but so many demons. But anyway, he delivered them all. Значит, на поле Курукшетры, допустим, демоны пронзали тело Кришны стрелами, Бхишма тоже. Вот. Но он их всех избавил, в конце концов. Вот. Поэтому об этом сейчас упоминает Мадхай. О, Господь, ты изменяешь своим принципам. Ты спасаешь всех, даже тех, кто стрелял в тебя на поле битвы. Ты их избавил тоже. And Lord Chaitanya said, no, I will not save you, because you made the blood of Lord Nityananda fall from his forehead. So therefore this offense, that's already Vaishnava Aparad, the great offense, you will not be delivered. So then Madhai said, oh Lord, if you are telling me the truth, then please tell me how I may be saved. Please tell me. Then Lord Chaitanya said, you have committed a great offense. You must fall down before Lord Nityananda and grasp his lotus feet. If he forgives you, then you will be really forgiven. So if we were forgiven, if we've offended some Vaishnava, then we have to go to him and beg for forgiveness, otherwise we will not be forgiven. So then Madhai went to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and immediately he was forgiven. Immediately. So, хорошо, хорошо. So Maria and Andre are coming. Very good. They're coming. Yes, yes. So anyway, I'll have to speak Russian, the same lila, a bit later for them. Please be tolerant. But we had some nice time for just English. Дорогие слушатели, те, кто понимают только по-русски, чуть позже мы перескажем эту лилу для Марии и Андрея, которые приедут чуть позже. Вот сейчас мы продолжаем по-английски. So, then Madhai was always, then Madhai as well received his deliverance. And now, you know, today, we visit the Samadhi. Samadhi means the place of eternal residence. Yes, tomb, you know, tomb, T-O-M-B, like where the transcendental body is preserved, of a great personality, of a saint. So we visit the Samadhi of Jagai and Madhai today. We visit Jagai Madhai Samadhi. In the places of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Samadhi of Jagai and Madhai. So why? Because they're great saints. And actually, their prehistory we can tell. Знаете, предысторию Джагая и Мадхая, ты помнишь? So, there were great saints, the brothers, four Kumaras. They were the sons of Lord Brahma, creator of our universe. So they were actually his first sons, created from his mind. And they were brahmacharis, means they were celibates. Brahma wanted to create progeny, and they refused. No, all remain celibate. So they are great, great saints, always meditating on the Lord. Once they wanted to see the Lord in Vaikuntha, Lord Narayan. They're liberated, they can go there with no problem. wanted to see Lord Narayana, and they are like completely naked 5-year-old boys, the bodies of 5-year-old, like Petya, 5-year-old. He's quite different, anyway. So yes, it's not like one of the Kumaras. Right. So it's like anyway, little Jagai and Madhai, whatever. So then they were stopped by the two guardians of Vaikuntha, Jai and Vijay. Hey, you young boys, there's no place for you to play here. You have to go home. No, we want to see our Lord Narayana. No, you cannot come like this naked and without any, proper clothing on and without proper mood on. You cannot enter the abode of Lord Narayana. And they passed like this, will not let you in. So then the four Kumaras cursed Jai and Vijay. He said, "Oh, you are not fit to be in Vaikuntha because you're not allowing devotees like us to see our Lord. So you have to go to material world and become demons for 3 lifetimes." That was the curse. No one can fall from there. No one. Not possible. But in some exceptional cases, as Lila, this play, the four Kumaras cursed Jai and Vijay. Jai and Vijay. So, first they were born as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu was the father of Prahlad Maharaj. You know Prahlad Maharaj? That is the boy to whom Nrisimhadev came. Half man, half lion incarnation. Yeah, so his father was Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, first incarnation. Then the two great demons killed by Lord Rama. Rama killed Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Then in Krishna-lila, the next incarnation, Ravana, Jai and Vijay, ты можешь звук включить? Спасибо. Да. Jai and Vijay came as Shishupala and Dantavakra, two demons. After that, they returned to Vaikuntha, Jai and Vijay. But then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came after 4,500 years after Krishna's appearance, and then they came as Jagai and Madhai. So that is the fourth very special incarnations of Jai and Vijay. They came as Jagai and Madhai. Okay, Verstehen? Right. Okay, good. So that is a very, very dramatic story how Madhai was saved. Jagai and Madhai was saved. So then Lord Nityananda said, "Oh Lord, what can I say? It is you who should be merciful to them. It is you who have the power. So please hear my decision," Nityananda said. "Whatever pious deeds I have performed in my past births, I'll give them to Madhai. Whatever offenses were committed against me, I do not accept them. Lord, please don't trick him. Give your mercy to Madhai." Then Lord Chaitanya said, "If you forgive all his offenses, you should embrace Madhai, then your forgiveness will bear fruit." So, according to Lord Chaitanya's order, Nityananda tightly embraced Madhai. So then forgiveness will bear fruit. So, Madhai was actually pure-hearted. Even because of his inebriety, his intoxication, he hid the Lord, actually was pure in his heart, and they never committed any offense of the Vaishnavas before. So that's why they could get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So then Lord Nityananda really, as Haridas was saying, truly became known as Patita Pavana, the savior of the fallen. But there's one teaching here. Так Господь Нитьянанда стал действительно Патита Павана, это спасителем падших. But there's one mystery here. The Lord is Patita Pavana, but not Kapata Pavana. Kapata is a duplicitous person who says one thing and does another thing, diplomat. So the Lord is the savior of simple-hearted people, not diplomats. Diplomat is the cheater who is not eligible for the Lord's mercy. So you have to be very, very pure-hearted, like sincere. You can be stupid, no problem. I'm not very, I mean, I'm really stupid, I'm thinking. But, you know, one has to be pure-hearted. So I'm hoping that by Lord Nityananda's mercy, who is unlimited, which is unlimited, then my heart will become simple and sincere. Simplicity and sincerity, these are the two things very, very necessary in the path of bhakti. Итак, Господь Нитянанда, здесь есть одно поучение важное. Господь Нитянанда патита павана, но не капата павана. Господь Нитянанда спаситель падших, но не спаситель двуличных. Что капата это двуличие, дипломатия, дипломатическое поведение. Значит, говоришь одно, думаешь, говоришь другое. Ну, кто-то когда-то спросил, как понять, когда дипломат лжет? Вопрос, ответ, когда он открывает рот. Знаешь, как дышит. Знаешь, somebody asked, when's a lawyer cheating? You know? One starts speaking, question, answer. One starts speaking. So one has to be free from diplomacy, diplomatic behavior. You know, means thinking and speaking one thing. One thing. You can be stupid. You can have no qualification, no memory, no this, not very intelligent, no problem. You can be a nice devotee without those high qualities, and those high qualities will come by the Lord's grace. For example, значит, история о Гире, помнишь? Слуга Шанкарачарья. Не помнишь? So, there was one guru, Shankaracharya. He was mentioned by us, I think the first evening or the second. And anyway, he's Lord Shiva himself, actually. But his doctrine is different. We don't accept his doctrine, but we accept him as a great personality. So he's very, very learned. And his disciples also, so learned. But he had one disciple who was very stupid. His name was Giri. And since he was not so much inclined to philosophy, he was always serving his guru, washing his clothes and doing things. So that evening, when Shankaracharya had to start speech, Giri was on the other side of the river washing his clothes. So Shankaracharya had to start speaking, but he was not starting. Then his disciples were telling him, "Oh, Gurudev, maybe it's time to start." "No, I'm waiting for Giri." "Giri, what's the use of waiting for him? He's stupid." No, I'll wait for Giri. When Giri comes, I'll start speaking." All right. And Giri came, Shankaracharya started speaking. And he was developing one point, very serious philosophy. And he stopped at one point and showed to Giri and said, "Continue, you speak." All of a sudden, to everyone's utter surprise, Giri stood up and started speaking, developing that same point, making a nice conclusion, fulfilling everything, sitting down. So then Shankaracharya pointed to Giri and said, "See, this is the result of Guru Seva, means service of Sri Guru. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim kripatadam Sri Guru dirataradam." By the mercy of Sri Guru, person who has no talent to speak can become a nice speaker. Pangum langayate girim. A lame person can climb mountains very quickly. A blind person can see the stars by the mercy of Sri Guru very quickly. So Guru says, "So be it, you do it." Okay. So Guru can perform miracles. If you have absolute faith in Guru, then Guru can put hand onto your head and you will master all the Vedanta at once, all the Vedas, all Sanskrit, you will, like Giri, you know. So Giri had absolute faith in Sri Guru. That is the fruit of simplicity. If you're simple like this, "Yes, Lord, I'm a sinner. Yes, I'm an ignoramus. I don't know this, I don't know that." Like at the end of Brihad Bhagavatamrita, you know, Sanatana Goswami, he tells the story of Gopakumar, great saint. So Gopakumar was telling the story of his life to his disciple, Brahmana from Mathura. Mathura is near Vrindavan, same area. So the Brahmana was listening with rapt attention, but was not remembering much and not understanding much. But he was sincere, very sincere, and he wanted perfection, really wanted perfection. So Gopakumar did what? Put his hand on Brahmana's head. Mahat Sangama Mahatmyam Evaitat Paramadbhutam Kritarthoyana Vipraso Sadyabhut Tat Svarupavat. Then immediately, by the power of Mahat Sangha, association of great Vaishnava, that Brahmana achieved perfection. His guru, Gopakumar, was a cowherd boy, Krishna's friend. And immediately that Brahmana became Krishna's friend, boyfriend, cowherd boyfriend, immediately. And ran to see Krishna and embrace like this, same as his guru. So Gopakumar's name is Svarupa, spiritual name, Svarupa. And Brahmana's name, Jana Sharma, real, spiritual name, Jana Sharma. So they both embraced Krishna like this. So one has to have great faith in the words of Sri Guru. So, thus, by Lord Nityananda's touch, Madhai attained all spiritual potency also. So, in this way, the two sinners were delivered. They both offered prayers to the feet of the two lords. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to them, "Don't sin again." Jagai and Madhai said, "Father, we will not sin again." Yeah. In truth, I, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, "If you sin no more, then I accept all the sins from millions of past births." Millions of past births. Except this fire. There's great fire, all types of rubbish will burn. Matter of time generally, but if the Lord wants, that will happen instantaneously. Instantaneously. Millions of sins in 1 second like this. Touching. Like this. I remember our Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivinoda Narayan Maharaj. I remember, in Berlin actually it was. And Gurudev was, like, one devotee came with 2 sons, like maybe 6 and 8, something like this. And Gurudev touched the fingers to one and to the other. Have Krishna Bhakti. Have Krishna Bhakti. Like this, so matter of time, like matter of time. They will go to material life according to their karma, they will do things, but the touch is there, and it's ticked, recorded, fact, already standing, so the Lord's mercy is also a matter of time, you see. So we have to know that special mercy of Lord Nityananda is with us. We must have done something, but mostly His mercy is like 99% His mercy, we can say. 1% maybe some credit from our part, some sincerity. So now I've received the mercy, and now the time for us to work, to take up spiritual discipline, cultivate your spiritual consciousness. So, hearing the Lord's words, Jagai and Madhai fell unconscious, overcome with bliss. This final of the story is very touching, And there are actually 2 extra chapters. Финал истории очень трогательный, еще 2 главы, которые говорят. Редко их рассказывают, но мы сегодня послушаем, и приедут еще Мария и Андрей. So, Jagai and Madhai fainted. They plunged into the ocean of bliss, aware of their condition. Lord Chaitanya ordered, "Take these 2 to my house. I will perform kirtan with them." So they were unconscious, but the devotees carried them to the house of the Lord. So before, people were afraid to touch the Ganga if these 2 were bathing, in the Ganga. They were bathing in the Ganga anyway because they were residents. But after they were touching the Ganga, after you touch the Ganga, after you bathe or put some water on your head, you are purified for some amount of sins. But after Jagai and Madhai were touching the Ganga, people were afraid to touch the Ganga. But the Lord was saying that they will now say these two, those who were afraid to touch the Ganga after they had touched the Ganga will now say that these two have become like Ganga herself. Значит, те, кто раньше боялись прикоснуться к Ганге после того, как Джагай и Мадхай прикасались к Ганге, сейчас будут говорить, что они сами стали как сама Ганга. Вот так вот. The Lord said. So Nityananda gave his promise, and Nityananda's promise will never fail. Please know for certain that all that has happened, that happened because of Nityananda's desire. Then all the Vaishnavas took Jagai and Madhai to the Lord's home, and the devotees entered there. Lord Chaitanya sat down. All the devotees were at his side, like Panchatattva, more or less like this. They were sitting. Gadadhara was there, Advaita, and many others, Srivas. So many devotees came to Lord Chaitanya's home, sat down with Jagai and Madhai. And Jagai and Madhai were shedding tears. The hairs on their bodies stood erect. These are all real manifestations because the Lord has such a power, In front of the Lord, who is just in front of you, you will definitely possess all those symptoms. То есть Джагай и Мадхай привели в дом, или даже принесли, они были без сознания, в дом Господа, они сели, и Господь сидел вот как Панчататтва в окружении своих спутников, и двое, Джагай и Мадхай, стали плакать. And then Shuddha Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and actually Shuddha Saraswati is none other than Srimati Radhika, manifested on their tongues, and they started praying. They were offering choice prayers, although they were like, they were speaking obscene language before, and blah, 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 no eloquence at all, Also, Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying, they were using B word and C word, different words, So now they started uttering choice prayers. Вот, то есть раньше они не могли вообще произнести ни слова, понимаете? А сейчас Шудда Сарасвати, то есть сама Шримати Радхика, по сути, проявилась на их языке, и они стали предлагать лучшие молитвы. То есть Шудда Сарасвати стала говорить через них. Раньше Вриндаван Дас Тхакур пишет, то есть они говорили слова, которые начинаются там на Би и на Си, то есть на Б и на Х. А сейчас они лучшие молитвы произносят. Так вот, yes. Then Jagai and Madhai started offering prayers. And the hairs were standing erect on their bodies. So Jagai and Madhai started praying. Glory, glory to Mahaprabhu, glory to Vishwambar, glory, glory to Nityananda, the resting place of Lord Vishwambar. Glory, glory to the Lord, the great teacher, who enjoys pastimes of chanting his own holy names. Glory, glory to Lord Nityananda, who fulfills Lord Chaitanya's order. Glory, glory to the son of Jagannath Mishra. Glory, glory to Nityananda, who takes shelter of Lord Chaitanya. Glory, glory to such his son, who is an ocean of mercy. Glory to Nityananda, the dear friend of Lord Chaitanya. Glory to he who is the life's Lord of Regal Pandit's daughter. Glory to Nityananda, whose transcendental body is made of mercy. O Lord, glory and glory to you. Please engage me in your devotional service. Glory to Nityananda, the king of the Vaishnavas. Glory to the Lord who holds a conch, disc, club, and lotus, 4 hands and 4 symbols. Glory to the Avadhut Nityananda, who is the form of the Supreme Lord. Glory of Lord Chaitanya, who is the life of Advaita Acharya. Glory to Lord Nityananda, who is thousand-faced Ananta Shesha. That's also Nityananda, Balarama. On his hoods, all universes rest, like this. So that is Lord Nityananda. Sankarshana Karunartoya Shai Garboda Shai Chapayobdi Shai Sheshashchesham Shakalasa Nityananda Kiramam Sharanam Namast. Так они стали возносить молитвы, лучшие из молитв. Сама Шудда Сарасвати стала изрекать: «Слава Господу Нитьянанде, который Ананта Шеша, слава спутнику Адвайтачари, слава Гауранги Махапрабху». Все. Oh Lord, we say the truth. Jagai and Madhai were continuing. We are not just flattering you. It is right that Ajamil attained liberation. There was great sinner, Ajamil. He was great sinner, but it happened that, well, he was great sinner. He was husband of a prostitute long ago, but they're mentioning Ajamil here. So when he was going for robbery to support his prostitute wife, then once a saint came to his house. Although he was 88 years of age, he had a young son, 5-year little son. And the saint, prostitute accepted him, gave him a glass of water in a Vedic culture, although a prostitute gave a saint a glass of water, and saint said, what's the name of your son? Oh, no name. Oh, give him the name, Narayana. Narayana, the name of the Lord. And previously, the names of Ajamil's sons were like Bobby and Bapi, something, some meaningless names. But now the youngest was Narayana. So he was playing with Narayana and saying Narayana, Narayana, Narayana all the time, And when the death came, he was very much afraid because Yamadutas came to him, the messengers of death, and they were about to take his soul by the rope, take him to the hellish planets, because he was a great sinner. Doing same as Jagai and Madhai, actually, but not offending Vaishnavas, similar position. And he was shouting, Narayan, 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 but Narayan is the name of Vishnu, of Krishna. So that's why messengers of Narayana came, 4 messengers, because Narayana 4 syllables. So they blocked the path of the Yamadutas who were carrying Ajamil's soul out to hellish planets. No, you cannot take Ajamil because Ajamil belongs to us, because he was uttering the name of our master helplessly at the time of death. Ajamila история рассказываем. That's why you should give him to us. Right, so then the conversation, why he was so sinner, see the story of his life. Nevertheless, Vishnudutta said at the time of his death, helplessly he was chanting Narayan, Narayan. Although he was meaning not our Lord, but his son, whose name is the name of our Lord, the name is so powerful that actually we have to stop you and we have to give his soul to our Lord, like this. So here, Jagai and Madhai is saying that when you delivered Ajamil, there was a great glory, but when you delivered us, there was only small glory. That we say the truth. We're not just flattering you. It's all right that Ajamil attained liberation. A sinner who kills millions of brahmanas, but then chants your name, at once attains liberation. The Veda affirm that that is true. So no matter what amount of sin we performed, definitely performed because, so many things. But if we chant the holy name even once, millions of sins already forgiven. Sanketyam parihasyam vas tobam elavnam evava vaikuntanam agrahanam asheshagaharam vidu. Nevertheless, that we performed many sins, one holy name, uttered helplessly, even Nama Abbas, without faith, Ashraddha Nama Abbas, delivers you from greatest amount of sin. Неважно, сколько бы грехов ты не совершил, одно святое имя, произнесенное как Нама Аббас, то есть тень святого имени, избавляет нас от миллионов грехов. Настолько велико могущество святого имени. So, Jagai and Madhai is saying, Ajamil chanted your holy name, therefore it's not surprising that he attained liberation, but so we're touched, oh Lord, please consider this. Please look into our hearts. Please count us among your many millions of devotees. So When we saw you, we made blood flow from your body. Madhai was saying especially. Oh Lord, you openly manifested your expansions, weapons, and personal associates, which before you had kept hidden, and you revealed your glory. So then, speaking and speaking, Jagai and Madhai wept and wept and wept and wept and wept. So the Lord always appreciates our repentance. Господь всегда очень высоко ценит наше сокрушение, наше раскаяние. Так Jagai и Madhai плакали и плакали. И then Lord Chaitanya worked a wonderful miracle. So they became great saints. They have attained prema. Они на месте обрели прему. So then, seeing the wonder, the devotees offered Dandavat pranams, folded their hands, and spoke prayers. O Lord, your mercy is unlimited. You have delivered Jagai and Madhai today. So then the devotees went to the Ganga and bathed in the Ganga, and then who is senior, who is junior, everything got mixed. Then devotees were splashing water in Nityananda and Advaita and all that. So the day was finished in such a wonderful manner. Преданные отправились к Ганге и приняли омовение. Потом перемешалось, кто старший, кто младший. Они игрались и резвились в воде. Особенно Нитьянанда и Адвайта сражались в воде. Так замечательно закончился день. And then the next chapter is about how Yamaraj heard about the deliverance of Jagai and Madhai and how ecstatic he became, the Lord of Death. How he heard about the deliverance of Jagai and Madhai. So the demigods, 33 million demigods, but some most important, Brahma, Shiva, Indra, the Lord of Heaven, many others, they were watching the deliverance of Jagai and Madhai. So, by seeing the deliverance of two Brahmana demons, the devotees, the demigods happily said, "Oh, Lord Chaitanya is so merciful that he delivered these two. By doing this, the Lord has placed hope in my heart." So devotees were happily speaking amongst themselves, and the Yamaraj, the Lord of Death, he regularly came to Lord Chaitanya's home, and thus he saw all the activities of the Lord. And then Yamaraj asked his secretary, the secretary of Yamaraj, his name is Chitragupta. So he's recording all sins of each individual soul. Chitragupta, he has the book of one's life. So all the sins are recorded there. Someone's book of sins is very small, someone's very big, and someone's book of sins has many volumes. So Yamaraj asked Chitragupta, значит, у Ямараджа есть секретарь Chitragupta. То есть он свидетель всем грехам, которые мы совершаем, и он записывает их в книге. Если небольшое количество грехов он записывает сколько-то, книжка небольшая. Если много грехов, то большая толстая книга или даже несколько томов. So Yamaraj asked Chitragupta, what sins did these two perform? Sins that the Lord forgave. Chitragupta replied, "Oh, please hear, O Yamaraj, why should you struggle to attain that cannot be attained? If 100,000 scribes write for 1 month, they will not soon come to the end of their sins." То есть он сказал, когда Ямарадж спросил Читрагупту, скажи, сколько грехов совершили Джагай и Мадхай, Читрагупта сказал, пожалуйста, не пытайся измерить неизмеримое. Если писать тысячи и тысячи скрижалей на протяжении многих месяцев, все равно не будет конца тем грехам, которые совершили Джагай и Мадхай. So, if you wish to hear the reports of the 100,000 scribes, then by all means you can hear him. 100,000 scribes, сотни тысяч скрижалей там набралось этих грехов. So the messengers, Yamadutas, are on the verge of death as they try to finish the number of sins committed by Jagai and Madhai. Спутники Ямараджа, Ямадуты, они буквально при смерти, когда они пытаются пересчитать все грехи, которые совершили Jagai и Madhai. So, but Lord Chaitanya, Chitragupta said, made those sins as small as sesame seed, and then he threw that sesame seed far away. Please give the order and we will throw all these records into the ocean. И Читрагупта сказал Ямараджу, но Шри Чайтанья Махапрабху все эти огромные сотни тысяч скрижалей превратил в одно маленькое сезамовое семечко. Поэтому дай нам указание, и мы выбросим это сезамовое семечко в океан сейчас. Then Yamaraj had never seen anything as glorious as the mercy that delivered those two sinners, and he's a great Vaishnava, he's a great religion personified. So when he heard about Chitragupta's words, Yamaraj at once forgot his own body, and he was filled with ecstasy of Lord Krishna, and then he fell unconscious. He could not continue, could not go on. Yamaraj, out of great ecstasy, fell unconscious. In the life of Yamaraj, in his duties, there were many, many cases, but never a case like this. He was punishing people according to the justice. People were performing so many sins. Some people were having small books. Some people were having some volumes. And these two were having many, many, with hundred thousands of volumes, means 100,000 of scribes of their sins recorded. And he could see that Lord Chaitanya just converted them into one little sesame seed. So Chitragupta is saying, shall we throw it into the ocean? And then Yamaraj collapsed. He could not go on. Yes. Значит, Ямарадж просто потерял сознание. Он просто опрокинулся, потому что он увидел, насколько велика милость Господа Чайтаньи Махапрабху, который все эти сотни тысяч скрижалей превратил в одно маленькое сезамовое семя. И он увидел эту милость Господа Чайтаньи Махапрабху, и объятый премой он просто пал без чувств. Вот так. So he was in his chariot, and he was unconscious. There were no signs of life anywhere on Yamaraj's body. Great Lord of Death, Remember yesterday we were hearing story how the devotee left his body. Huh? Who is your guru? Remember that. So that was Yamaraj. So Yamaraj is so fearful, but he collapsed. The judge, The judge collapses out of ecstasy. So that was a great commotion. Then, Yamaraj, the Lord of Death, has collapsed unconscious. So Yamaraj at once forgot his body. He was filled in the ecstasy of love of Krishna. And some demigods had never known. Demigods started kirtan. Shiva, Brahma, Ananta, Shesha, Narada, and others. And they were blissful, but they noticed that Yamaraj is unconscious. He cannot sing, cannot do anything. So the devotees went there, and then many of them were surprised. They didn't know the reason. And then Chitragupta described everything. So then, aware that Yamaraj had fainted in an ecstasy of love of Krishna, Brahma and Shiva sang kirtan into Yamaraj's ear. Brahma and Shiva, main two demigods. So hearing the kirtan, Yamaraj at once sat up. At once he was back in consciousness. Again conscious, Yamaraj danced like a raving madman, started dancing. Полубоги увидели, то есть они стали воодушевленные петь киртан во славу милости Шри Чайтаньи Махапрабху. И Ямараджа тоже очень великая личность, но они заметили, полубоги, Нарада, Муни и другие, что Ямарадж лежит без сознания. И они начали думать, что же делать. И в конце концов Брахма и Шива тоже начали петь прямо в ухо Ямараджу киртан. И тогда Ямарадж воскрес, да. И он начал танцевать как безумец. Yeah, so Yamaraj stood up and supremely blissful kirtan arose amongst the demigods, and then everybody was dancing, and Yamaraj was dancing, and other demigods were dancing. So the dancing was so amazing, so ferocious. So even Yamaraj, while seeing Lord Chaitanya's mercy, became so ecstatic. And finally, how Madhai, so Madhai was certainly forgiven. Madhai, who hit Nityananda, remember. He was very, very enlivened and he received such mercy, but still some, pain was in his heart, some conscience, угрызение совести чувствовал Madhai все-таки. So he once approached the Lord. But Jagai and Madhai started chanting the holy name constantly. Every day they were chanting 200,000 holy names. 200,000. That is more or less 128 rounds. Haridas Thakur was chanting 192 rounds. That is practically 24 hours, almost. Sleeping maybe 2 hours. Immersed in holy name. But the great souls Jagai and Madhai were chanting 200,000 holy names. So then they were bathing in the Ganga every day, moment after moment. They were rebuking themselves, and they were always chanted Krishna. And they were sometimes remembering about their past and thinking, "Oh, we're so crooked, so fallen, but now we were saved by the Lord." Итак, Джагай и Мадхай каждый день повторяли 200 тысяч святых имен, 128 кругов. Если Харидас Такур 192 круга, 300 тысяч, но не 200 тысяч. Каждый день они омывались в Ганге. Время от времени они вспоминали свое прошлое, ужасались и вновь начинали раскаиваться. O our Father Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, O great Savior of the fallen, remembering Sri Chaitanya, they were weeping again and again. So Lord Chaitanya and his associates were always comforting them. Don't worry, don't worry. Like this, appeasing them. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was coming to them personally and giving them prasadam. So still they were not peaceful at heart, still, That's very nice feeling of devotees, how they were repentant still. And Lord Nityananda had forgiven all of his offenses, still Madhai was not happy at heart. So I made blood flow from Lord Nityananda's body. Nityananda was thinking, I'm a great sinner. I attacked the body of someone who enjoys pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, initial spiritual master. So Nityananda, Madhai was still feeling some remorse. I'm a sinner. So he was falling unconscious while he was remembering that. Day and night he wept, was not able to think of nothing else. But Nityananda was happily wandering in Nadia, thinking about himself like a careless boy. Day and night, he was always blissful, never proud. He was walking up and down. So one day in a secluded place, Madhai saw Lord Nityananda and fell down at his lotus feet. Тем временем Господь Нитянанда в настроении маленького ребенка ходил тут и там по Надии, совершенно беззаботно, полностью погруженный в нектар святого имени. А однажды Мадхай, сокрушаясь таким образом, застал Господа Нитянанду в уединенном месте и склонился перед его лотосными стопами. With tears of love, Nityananda washed the Lord's feet, blade of grass between his teeth, the symbol of humility. Nityananda glorified the Lord with his prayers. So Madhai said, Oh Lord Nityananda, your transcendental form is devotional service personified. So Shiva and Parvati always meditate on you. Shiva and Parvati, situated here in Sadashiva Loka, always meditating on Lord Balaram and Krishna. So his immediate guru of Shiva is Sankarsana, actually, in planets. Непосредственный гуру Господа Шивы — Санкаршана. Поэтому он поклоняется Нитьянанде таким образом. So, это упомянул в молитве Мадхай. Он сказал, что Господь Шива постоянно поклоняется тебе, о Нитьянанда. Твое тело — это само олицетворение преданного служения. So, devotional service is your property. So please kindly give devotional service. No one else is so dear to Lord Chaitanya as you, as dear as you. So he was praying to Nityananda Prabhu. Vrindavan Das Thakur, the author of this biography, Chaitanya Bhagavata, is the disciple of Nityananda, like immediate disciple. That's why when he starts to glorify his guru, he cannot stop. So he's reproducing these prayers. Madhai was offering to lotus feet of Nityananda. So, oh Lord Nityananda, you teach that devotional service that is the best of spiritual activities, and you crush the atheists. You're the great teacher, and the Lord always enjoys transcendental mellows. You know everything of Lord Chaitanya's mission in this world. Кто лучше знает Господа Чайтанью, как Господь Нитьянанда? Воплощение преданного служения. Об этом обо всем говорит Мадхай в своих молитвах. So Lord Balaram serves Krishna in all types of relationship in spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan. He becomes the Lord's bed, his throne, his shoes, and all the holy abode, that is Nityananda, Balaram. So about those things also Madhai is speaking here. So you're not different from Lord Krishna, and you're all Lord Chaitanya's incarnations as well. You kill all atheists and offenders. Still, O Lord, please save this fallen person. So he's asking, please save, please save. I, a great sinner, attacked the body countless universes meditate on. I attacked your transcendental body. А я, гадкий, мерзкий негодяй, набросился на тебя, тело которого предмет медитации для всех великих личностей во всех мирах. Так сокрушался вновь и вновь Мадхай. So, speaking in this way, Madhai floated in spiritual love, and he grasped Lord Nityananda's lotus feet to his chest. Вновь и вновь возносил молитву, и в конце концов, когда закончил говорить, просто охватил руками лотосные стопы Нитьянанды. Oh, Lord Nityananda, I'm a cruel outcast. I'm an ungrateful, poisonous snake. Oh, Lord, please forgive me. Я гадкий, внекастовый, такой грязный. Пожалуйста, прости меня. Я хуже ядовитой змеи. Пожалуйста, прости меня. So Lord Nityananda smiled and said, Rise, rise, Madhai. You are my servant. I am present in your body. When he hits his small son, does the father become unhappy? Yeah. I think you're hitting me is like that. Little son hits the father. Вот. Так же, как Петя бьет Кришначандру, Кришначандра не обижается. Так же, когда Мадхай ударил Нитьянанду, своего отца, да, он не обиделся совсем, поэтому сказал. Нитьянанда сказал, вставай, вставай, о Мадхай. Конечно же, я прощаю тебя. You have attained my master's mercy, therefore I cannot find even a single sesame seed's worth of fault in you. Ты полностью, ты обрел всю милость моего властелина, Господа Чайтаньи, поэтому я не нахожу даже сезамового семени греха в тебе. Поэтому мы слышали, как огромное количество грехов, которые совершили Джагай и Мадхай, превратились маленькое семечко. И тогда Читрагупта сказал Ямараджи, что выбросить нам в океан? Повели, господин, вы выбросим все эти грехи в океан. So Chitragupta asked Yamaraj, so shall we throw that little sesame seed of thousands of millions of sins by Jagai and Madhai into the water of the ocean? Yes, for sure. So anyone who worships Lord Chaitanya is my very life. Yuga after yuga, I rescue him. Anyone who worships me but does not worship Lord Chaitanya brings pain to me. Such a person suffers birth and birth. Yeah, so they're together. We have to worship Chaitanya and Nityananda together. Because Nityananda is Guru. So Guru gives Krishna. So that's why we have to worship both Guru and Krishna. Some unintelligent people worship Guru but don't want to worship Krishna. That is false. That's why we have to worship both Guru and Krishna. So then Madhai many times circumambulated Lord Nityananda and chanted Krishna, Krishna, and tears fell from his eyes. He built that bathing ghat by the Ganga, everybody watched. Тогда Мадхай построил вот этот гhat, вокруг которого, Харе Кришна, садитесь, вокруг которого все омываются, в котором все омываются, он называется Jagai and Madhai ghat сейчас. So he, Madhai, to thank the Lord for his kindness, built a ghat, a bathing place. So everybody takes bath in that ghat. It's called Jagai and Madhai ghat. Right, swept. Everybody blissfully remembered Lord Krishna. Тогда Мадхай рыдал, и все стали рыдать, и все с радостью стали памятовать о Кришне. So in this way, people of Nadia, people of Gauranga's abode spoke that, O Nimai Pandit is truly servant of Lord Krishna. Anyone who mocks him will perish. Anyone who has the power to turn those two sinners into good men must be the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, or at least the person to whom the Lord has given all his powers. Люди Навадвипа заговорили, наверняка те, кто насмехаются над великой личностью, над Господом Гаурангой, их ждет погибель. И те, кто знают, что эти двое грешников были и превратились в великих святых по могуществу Верховного Господа, конечно же, они знают, что это произошло по могуществу Великого Господа, что Господь Нитьянанда — это воплощение могущества Кришны, то есть Гауранги Махапрабху. In this way the people of Nadia spoke. So even today, people come to that place of ablutions, Jagai Madhai Ghat, and they remember Jagai and Madhai. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shri Jagai Madhai Lila ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. So, дорогие друзья, мы слушали сегодня замечательное повествование о Джагае и Мадхае. Но оно почти полностью было на английском, поэтому Андрей скоро приедет, да? Когда он приедет, тогда мы перескажем все это в более, так сказать, тесном кругу, я думаю, на русском, потому что программа шла уже более 2 часов. Поэтому сейчас споем последний киртан и примем прасад. Посигналь, чтобы прасад раздавался. Позвони. И please take cartels. Огромное спасибо Кришна Чандре Прабху, Кришне Диди за организацию этих программ. Great thanks to Krishna Chandra and Krishna Didi for the organization of these programs. And actually, spontaneously, by the Lord's Providence, by the mercy of Providence, a nice group organized by itself. Like a nice group. Same devotees, same people were coming all days. And the programs should continue. То есть организовалась группа преданных. Сама по себе эти программы должны продолжаться. So we'll be happy to know that programs are going on. Please support these programs. It's a very nice couple, really. And when I come another time, I hope there will be even better atmosphere and even more people will come. So thanks so much. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Nitai Gaura Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Haribo, Shri Jagai and Madhai ki jai, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai, Param Doyal Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Haribo. Okay, thank you so much. And would like to announce the programs in English from Essen, starting tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and also 12th, 3 days, on our channel, BV Sadhu, on YouTube. So the programs will be tomorrow at 5 p.m., then 4 p.m. on Saturday, and Sunday 3 p.m. on our channel. So most welcome to join. And also tomorrow is a very significant day. Tomorrow is Akshaya Tritiya. Akshaya Tritiya means the best day for new beginnings. If you want to start something, tomorrow is most auspicious day. Хотите что-то начать, завтра самый благоприятный день. Because actually tomorrow is the first day of creation, first day of Satya Yuga, first day of the golden age, when it started. So it started from that tomorrow, Tritiya, the third day of the moon. And also a very nice day in Vrindavan. All the deities are covered with sandalwood paste, chandan. That festival is called Chandana Yatra. All the deities, because it's very hot. When I was coming from Vrindavan, it was 42, 43, like this. So to cool down, The deities are covered, our deities also, Radha Lalita Madhava and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tomorrow will be covered with sandalwood paste, and we'll publish some photos in our group. There's one group, so we'll publish. From Vrindavan, tomorrow some photos will be published. So Hare Krishna, and please take prasad now, and welcome to join our programs tomorrow and subsequent days. Gaur Primande.